are you down with, the sharp, the wittiness, the wetness, right? The saturated, laden guitar effects, right? Hey, you could be. I don't want to. I don't like things that hard. They had that one song, "Great Divide," but no, it's not really. It's not really. Hey, I'm more into playing around with things called an electric mistress, which is a really sexy name for a guitar pedal. The electric mistress. Oh, and we're really tweaking that thing out. Those things are a lot of fun. It's a flanger pedal, but things that you can come up with stuff like that. Electro-harmonics does kick ass. They're kind of like the first really boutique pedal that kind of started getting mass produced with great things like the big muff, right? And that's also sexy. I want to create one called the tight muff, right? The tight warm muff. I create warm fuzzy tones with the tight muff. Right? I like shit like that. I had a good distortion pedal, right? Man, fucking. Yeah, they make some really cool stuff. Well, there's other boutique pedals that are really cool. Yeah, once you start playing guitar and you get into cool shit like that, there's you get into different tunings and you start getting to all kinds of different wild stuff, man. It's so much fun. I'm starting to get decent again, right? It's fuck. But I need to get access to, the metal method to really school me out, right? School me. That is a really good thing. Doug Marks and the Clan. Combined with the metal guitar world, little learning things are good. You can get all kinds of stuff. It's just what I like. That works for me. One of my learning style. Right. Yeah, like sparkly, glittery stuff and sexy bombshell chicks and bikinis and stuff like that. Psychedelic. That's an idea for a bikini? Kind of like a string bikini, but it's like the Japanese flag kind of thing. You know how it's kind of cool and those things, but a different colors like that. Imagine on a bikini, it's like a string bikini, and woo, wouldn't that be hot? Woo, wouldn't that be sexy? All these big party balloons. Tomi Tanko, what have you been up to? You been a good girl or a naughty girl? Right. Yeah, I guess that's the thing. They're come on, Brad, do hip hop. I don't think I'll be doing that, man. It's white privilege, right? Says I don't have to, right? Kind of says I want to kind of move away from that kind of crap. It's hey, Kanye West, you could hang with Kanye West, but he's a phony and a fraud and a charlatan. It's just much like Kim Kardashian. They're done, right? Right? Hey, you got a big giant ass. Ooh. Maybe it's time to hit the Stairmaster, right? Or get some liposuction on that thing. Just start sucking that hose and that out. Right? And then you can take that fat from your ass and go on a keto diet with it. Right? And you just be not a bunch of fucking big. I don't get that. You're whoa, Kim Kardashian's got a big fat ass. And to me, it's just that stinks, man. And it's so hairy and furry. It's fuck. What's this? Joe Abercrombie, best served cold. My book. Sunday Times bestselling author, best served cold. What's this one about?
Arrival. Finch Station. This is a terminal station.
Yes, sir. It's springtime in Syria, and that means war. There have been 9 years of blood. With this Grand Duke also is locked in a vicious struggle, scrabbling in the weight in between them out of the blood of the land of white. But the army's head was rolled. Sounds cool. Springtime, Syria, and that means revenge. Sunday Times bestseller called. Well, I only go with the New York Times bestseller, right? And it's all that stuff you can get paid to say it now, but whatever. It's like Taylor Swift. She won. She has no identity on who she is. She started off as a country artist, and then she's doing electronic stuff with Kendrick Lamar. Really, I don't think she's good at all. But she can play. She doesn't do anything. Like, I'm sorry, Heart Wheel event, but like, you want me to do this and that. It's like, we are never, ever, ever hanging out together, right? You're just not my type, anyways.
Line 1, Fort Finch.
Whereas, like, I'm into glamour models, right? Glamour models. So, I'd too bad that screen is right, but it's married too, right? Like, hey, I get into that too. That's exactly what I like. You mean you like that? Actually, I do. A lot of guys do. And there's nothing wrong with it either. Right, Like, Hungary's, what's her name? Mary Madison? Oh, Mary Madison. How could I say no to you, my love? You're so beautiful. You are beautiful. No matter what they say, words can't bring you down. Mm-mm. Mary Madison, don't let them bring you down today. If you know a busty bombshell is getting laid with a slut or a whore or something like that by some alt-left feminist twat like Kathleen Wynne, backhand them in the next week. Because you know what? They're human beings, and busty bombshells are human beings and have feelings too, just like you and me. And it's not really right for the media to pick on them. Meanwhile, they put on like big, gigantic diabetes asses, which is quite disgusting, if you ask me.